Okay, this is the fourth lesson in Unit 6. This will pretty well wrap up Unit 6. We're going to be talking about trapezoids today. Those are special quadrilateral also. Okay, so let's look at some definitions. A trapezoid is simply a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. So you have two bases that are both parallel to each other. Okay, so let's see where this leads us. Okay, the bases are the two parallel sides, as I just said. The two sides that are not parallel are called legs. So that's the next thing, is the legs are the two non-parallel sides. Base angles, the two angles at the longer base. Okay, so these two angles here are base angles. The median is the line segment that joins the midpoints of the two legs. So if I take the midpoint of this side right here and connect it to the midpoint of this side right here, that will be the median. Okay? Notice that what it also does is it also bisects these lines here. So that means that this side, these parts are equal to each other and these parts are equal to each other. They may or may not be equal to the ones on the other side. Depends on whether it's an isosceles trapezoid or not. And the median is always parallel to the two bases. All right, let's take a look at this. Example 1, in trapezoid ABCD, segment EF is the median. They want you to find the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. So this angle and this angle they want us to find. Okay? Okay, the measure of angle 1 is equal to 70 degrees. The reason why is because these are parallel lines. This is a transversal, so these are corresponding angles. And corresponding angle pairs are congruent. Okay, to find angle 2 is a same side interior angle. So that means that 70 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. So we subtract the 70 from both sides. That gives us measure of angle 2 is 110 degrees. All right, this time they want us to find the value of x. We've got these two angles here. Okay, these two angles are same side interior angles, so that means that if I add them together, they have to add up to 180. Okay. So this gives us, when I combine like terms, this gives me 12x plus 10 equals 180. Subtract the 10 from both sides, gives me 12x equals 170. Divide both sides by 12, and I get 14.16 repeating. Okay, some more definitions. The length of the median of a trapezoid is the average of the two bases. So what this means is, if I take the two base lengths and add those together and divide by 2, that will give me the length of the median. Okay, so in this trapezoid ABCD, EF is the median. If AD is 19 and BC is 23, they want you to find EF. Like we just said, what you do is you take the length of both of the bases, add them together and divide by 2. Okay, so this is simply going to give us EF is equal to 19 plus 23 divided by 2, which is equal to 42 divided by 2, which is 21. Okay, example 4. In this drawing, if EF is equal to 20, so this time we know the length of the median is equal to 20, and we know that BC is equal to 25. Okay, we're going to use the same formula to find out how long AD is, which is the other base. Okay, so what we do is AD plus BC over 2 is equal to the length of EF. Okay, so we plug in what we know. We know EF is 20. We know that BC is 25, and this is 2. So we've got to divide by 2. So the next thing we're going to do is multiply both sides by 2. So that gives me 2 times 20 and 2 times the whole expression. The 2's cancel on this side, so this gives me 40 equals AD plus 25. Subtract the 25 from both sides, gives me the length of AD, so 15 is equal to the length of AD. An isosceles trapezoid, this is a special trapezoid in which the two legs have exactly the same length. Okay? The other thing that's going to happen here is because these two legs are the same length, these two diagonals will be congruent also. Okay, so the diagonals are congruent in a isosceles trapezoid. You must make sure it is an isosceles trapezoid because this is not true of any other kind of trapezoid. The base angles are equal, so that's the other thing. These two angles right here will be congruent as well. Okay, so if the measure of angle 1 is equal to 104 degrees, what is the measure of angle 2? Okay, so here's this angle out here that they gave us. We know it's an isosceles trapezoid, so angle 2 and angle 3 have to be the same. So these two angles right here have to add up to 180 because they form a linear pair. So 180 minus 1, or actual measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180. Linear pair is what the reason is. So we have 104 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. Subtract the 104 from both sides, gives us the measure of angle 2 is 76. Using the property of an isosceles trapezoid, we know that measure of angle 3 is equal to the measure of angle 2, which is 76 degrees. Alright, let's look at example 6. Example 6, we have another big trapezoid. We know that we know it's an isosceles trapezoid because these two legs are congruent, which means these two diagonals have to be congruent as well. They're telling us that UW, which is this diagonal here, is equal to 26, and that XV is equal to 8x minus 6. Okay? So this simply means that 8x minus 6 is equal to 26. Okay, and that's because the diagonals are congruent. So we substitute in, we get 8x minus 6 equals 26. Add the 6 to both sides, gives us 8x is equal to 32. Divide both sides by 8. Well, we've got the intermediate step that 8x equal to 32. Divide both sides by 8 gives us that x is equal to 4. That concludes the section on trapezoids. If you have any questions about it, because I know they're a little bit different, be sure you ask them tomorrow and we'll be ready to go with it. Okay? Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.